So what are the reasons, I kind of alluded to some of those at the beginning, is what are the reasons why individuals consider becoming an entrepreneur? Okay. Passed over for promotions, dissatisfaction with management, company politics, lack of loyalty is a big one, right? People are putting in 15, 20 years and they don't know if they're going to have a job, right? Maybe there's going to be reorganization in a company and you don't know if you're going to have a position. Lack of appreciation, favoritism, company politics, being underpaid. Or maybe, I mean, and it's not always, I don't want it to feel like it's always negative. Maybe you do love your work, but you've always had a deep desire to be your own boss, right? So I'm going to share with you a personal story, and this is a personal story about my husband, who, after working in the corporate world for about 30 years and with his past company he was with for 15 years, was informed at the end of 2018, around October of 2018, that due to reorganization that he had his job, but he was going to be demoted. He came home that night and he told me, we both were completely in shock. He was with that company for 15 years. He grew that division where he was and grew it to such a successful place that, you know, it was something that a company would have really desired to have those talents. We understood what was going on, but we didn't understand why they were kind of demoting him or stripping him from his position. He shared what was going on. We were scared. He was frustrated. He was sad because he had put in so much of his energy, so much of his time into building this division of, of the company, growing it from, 5 people to over 400 people, and really having such a lucrative work this division was creating for the main, the main company. It was kind of an umbrella company, and he was a division out of that big company. He felt betrayed. So as time passed, we kind of talked and we looked at what are the options. He could have definitely applied for another position. He could have got, with the expertise and what industry he was in, he would have definitely been able to get another position. But he shared something which, again, we've been married for almost 30 years this year, that he had never shared with me before. So it was kind of a surprise for me. And he said, you know what? I always wanted to become an entrepreneur. He saw his dad, who was an entrepreneur, his uncles, which were entrepreneurs, and he always had a desire to become an entrepreneur, but life got in the way, right? We got married, we had kids, obligations, etc. And, some of you could relate to that, right? We kind of put those desires at the back burner because other things are more pressing at that time. So we looked at the options, we looked at what could he do, and he said, you know what, I can apply for another job, but that is not what is seeking to emerge. And when we looked at the longing and discontent, the reason we do that is it is information for something seeking to emerge for yourself. That is why we do it. It's not, I'm not having you do this exercise to make you uncomfortable, but there's something seeking to emerge for you. So the first thing, right, we started talking about it, what it would look like. And the first thing we did was create a vision of what type of business he would love. We dove in deeper into, does he want to have partners? Does he want to have employees? What kind of an industry would he like to stay in? The industry he was working in was the solar industry, and he had spent 15 years kind of building that division for the company. And so we created a 3-year vision of what he would like to build, what structures, etc. And we began on a quest of, okay, not knowing all the steps, and you're not going, and here's the thing, you're not going to know all the steps, but having a vision of saying, okay, this is what I would like to create gives you a starting point. And we started taking the steps of, okay, this is what we would like to create. So in January 2019, he launched his company with a partner that he had previously worked with. And in 4 short months, they raised over $20 million. And what they wanted to do was set up a fund for the company they created to purchase solar companies and help them grow and expand their projects, maybe do it in multiple cities internationally. So they purchased a company, it's a local company in Baltimore, and had a majority shareholding. And they grew in the 2 years. They grew the company with the CEO from 60 million to over $100 million. Here's the thing. I didn't know that he was going to be able to do that. The only thing we knew was what is the vision that he wanted? What did he want for his business? We didn't know the how. We didn't know who the investors were going to be. We didn't know all those pieces, but he knew that that was his desire. He knew that was the vision. That's what he wanted to do. So why am I sharing this with you, right? As you look at your longing and discontent, you look at your work and your time and money freedom. Notice it and ask yourself the question, why would you want to become an entrepreneur? Would you like to explore becoming an entrepreneur? Or perhaps you already have work, like a business that you would like to expand and grow, right? This is not only for new entrepreneurs, but this is for maybe your business has, had a limit, or you've kind of created the same result and you'd like to go to the next level. Okay. The second reason is that, was there fear for my husband from going from a traditional job, working 30 years in the corporate, to opening a business at the age of 50? Absolutely. There was a lot of fear. There was a lot of uncertainty, but we said this or never, right? We're going to do it now, or we're not going to do it at all. And sometimes what happens is we're scared because it's something that we haven't done up until now. And then the third reason is it's the best decision that we made for our family and friends. Here are the perks that came out of it. He was home more. He is able to mentor kids, because that is his other passion, is to mentor kids in underprivileged schools and mentor them and teach them. He loves to teach math and chemistry. That is one of his passions now. He got more time to do that. He loves to play golf, so he's playing more golf. He was able to help us relocate our daughters, right, that they are starting their careers. He was able to do that. And more than that is he's able to share his gifts and talents and make a bigger impact in the world. So for you, as you look at your longing and discontent, right, where are you on that spectrum of 1 to 5? What would you love for it? What is seeking to emerge for you?